Hi, everybody. So, originally, the next video in this sort of series that I've been doing about my journey as an aspiring filmmaker was going to be about ideas and both the joy and the hardship that comes when you get an idea for a film. But I've had something else on my mind for the past couple days that has really been something I'm struggling with right now. And I thought that I would just go ahead and throw this in as episode 2 and speak from the heart here for a bit. I have nothing planned for this video. I really don't. So I'm just kind of flying by the seat of my pants, and I want to talk about one thing that I'm finding increasingly important. And especially as I get older, I'm approaching 26, which means I'm going to be closer to 30 than I am 20, and the daunting things that are coming with that. And that's the idea and the importance of not letting reality and society kill your dream. Now, especially if you want to be a filmmaker, a screenwriter, an actor, you hear this more with any creative field more so than anything else because it is one of the more cutthroat careers to have. And so you see and hear a lot of people giving up and succumbing to the mundane, everyday life, the 9 to 5, and just settling in with that and kind of letting go of that dream. Now, I've spoken about this a lot, not just in my previous video in this series, but when I first started this channel. And if you're new around here, I'm going to quickly run through this so I don't bore the people who have stuck around. I have wanted to be a filmmaker since I was 8. Now, I didn't know what that looked like, but I knew from the second I watched Jaws at 8 years old, I knew I was fascinated by movies, and I knew that I wanted to make them. Now, being a kid, again, I didn't know what that meant. I didn't know how you made a movie. I had no clue. I just knew that I loved movies, and that's what I wanted to do for a career. If you had asked 8-year-old me, I would have just said movies. That's all I would have said. And then, you get older and you see the craft that goes along with filmmaking, and you can start to kind of pick your path. Do you want to be an actor? Do you want to be a producer? Do you want to be lighting, sound, editor? All of these different outlets you can now take. I always knew that I wanted to write and direct. I wanted to have my own ideas, and I wanted to make these movies. And, there is just no question. There was never any backup plan. And if I'm being completely real with you, at 25, I still have no backup plan. I just have a side quest I'm on right now, and that's called my day job. It's just something I've never, ever, ever wavered from. It's always been movies. I go to the theater several times a week. I'm not ashamed to say people in the theater that I go to the most know me by name now. And I think that's fantastic. I love it. That's part of the reason I go there all the time. I watch movies all of the time. And that is part of how I refuse to let reality and society and time kill that dream that I have. Again, you see a lot of this. People, whatever the dream is, you see people kind of just let go and give up to start families, to buy a house, all of these different things. And I'm not saying that you can't do those things while working towards the dream that you have. I'm certainly not saying that. But it just seems like there is a lot, especially now in the day and age of social media, of people just doing the day-to-day stuff. I don't see a whole lot of people just chasing that dream and talking about that dream and talking so passionately about it. And again, not saying it's not there. I know it's there. I know it is because, well, if I'm doing it here on this platform, then I know it's all over TikTok. I know it's all over Instagram or wherever. Do not give up on that dream. It is so integral to you as a person. Right now, I am kind of at a point where I'm reevaluating my career. Not my dream career, but the career that I have right now. What pays the bills. And while I do enjoy my job, I'm trying to figure out what's next. If you've seen some previous videos of mine, you know that I didn't go to college. Well, I did for a year, so I don't have a degree to my name. And if I'm being honest, I really don't know too much more than just like movies. I mean, that's the thing that I taught myself. That's the thing that I know to my core. Now, I've had customer service jobs, obviously, but the thing that I know in and out are movies. And so it's finding a career unrelated to that. I'm struggling to leave the job that I'm in to find the next step, something a little more financially secure, so that I can make another movie and take further steps in my life while working on that dream. A couple years ago, the movie that I made, I left my job for about a month and made the movie. Yeah, now, things didn't quite go according to plan. They never do. They never will. That's fine. And it was a blast. My God, I learned so much. And it was one of the happiest times in my life. It truly, truly was. I mean, I was making a movie that I had written and directed and partially funded, and I had found actors. And it was so joyous, and I learned so much by doing so much myself, just because I didn't have the ability to really pay people, and so I learned a lot on the fly. And like I said, it was one of the happiest times of my life, and I want to do that again. I really, really do. The script that I'm working on right now that I mentioned in the first installment in this series is a ways off. I'm still outlining that thing. And I love it so much. It's something it will not be my next movie, because I want to save it and hopefully get a bit more momentum behind it, so I can really give it the budget and the attention and the quality it deserves, because it's something that means a lot to me, and it's something that I know if you are in your 20s or later, something that will mean a lot to you, or at least I hope. So, and I do have a backlog of scripts, just kind of that I've written for fun, and so one of those will be my next project, and I'm eagerly awaiting getting to make that next movie. But to do that, I have to make these difficult shifts in my life. And I say difficult because the job that I have right now, I've had for about 3 years, I want to say. Yeah, 3 years, coming closer to 4 years now. And so, it's a very comfortable situation. And so having to leave a comfortable job like that to find something completely new, something starting over as the new guy, It's figuring out what that is, what works for me, and what will be the best route for me to work, earn money, but have the ability to then go and make a movie when that time comes. And so that is really my justification for everything that I do, is what can I do to help me continue to try and make movies. And the more movies I can make, the more I can learn, and it goes from there. So these tough decisions that we all have to make in life, I find just a little bit easier when I say I'm doing this so I can then get to here, so that I can then help build that dream job that I so desperately want. So it's difficult. It really is. And you feel sometimes like you're straying further and further away from that dream. But no, like I said at the beginning of this video, and like I said in the first installment, don't think of it as straying away. It's a side quest. You're running an errand. Now, it might take you a while, but you'll always come back to that dream. And you will always find a way to keep lighting that fire and remind yourself why you're doing this, so that you can then get to where you want to go. One thing that I do, I not only try to consistently write scripts, but I also watch movies a lot. I if I have a couple free hours, I'm probably watching a movie or filming one of these videos or editing one of these videos, something like that. But if I'm doing that, I'm probably talking about movies and a movie that I've seen recently. So, and that makes me happy. And that's the part of the reason that I started this YouTube channel. Is it wasn't for money, it wasn't for fame, it wasn't for anything. It was, I wanted an outlet to talk about movies. And if 2 people watch it, if I have 200 people watch it, I don't know, but I don't care, because you clicked on a video because we're passionate about the same thing, and you watched my video. Hopefully you enjoyed it, and I got to sit and talk about movies and TV and all of that, and that means more to me than any amount of viewership a video can gain or however much money I can make. None of that matters. If I can get on here, talk about movies, and people enjoy it, then job well done, I suppose. So I can't stress this enough. Like I've said multiple times in this video, and is by the title of this video, do not let society and reality kill that dream that you have. I know I'm speaking in terms of filmmaking and all of that because it's what I know, but this applies to anything. Whatever that dream is, if your dream is to be a writer, keep writing those short stories. Keep writing that novel that you think you'll never finish because it's just so daunting. Keep finishing it. Write it. Read books. Get ideas. Talk to people. Whatever you can to keep that fire inside of you alive. In this crazy, crazy world that we live in, it is crucial to who we are as humans. We all have dreams, whether you know what it is or not. You've got it. And do not give up on it. I'm not going to give up. I hope you don't give up. I believe in you. You can do it. Thank you so much for watching me ramble for, well, I don't know how long. This was just something that has been on my mind recently as I am in the early stages of making a life shift here, and I know that I'm not the only one in this spot. So keep writing, keep watching movies, whatever it is, keep working towards that dream. Do not give up. Thank you as always for watching this video. If you like what I do here, make sure to hit the subscribe button. The next video in this series will hopefully be about ideas and the beauty and the heartbreak in ideas themselves. Once again, thank you so much for watching, and as always, I'll see you in the next one.